Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me for my big review for this new style by Amore called Rohan in the color Silver Oyster R. Stay tuned, you do not want to miss it. Before we start, I would like to say a big thank you to Adorans Trenko for sending me this piece on loan so I can review it for you. I put the direct link to this piece down below in the description box. Don't forget to use my code K20, which will give you an amazing 20% off side-wide. So let's start with the color Silver Oyster R. A really lovely grey color that I think it's a great substitute for a blonde color. So let's look at that more in detail. We have silver and beige blended base with rich brown roots, which are very well done. You can see the lighter fibers kind of interspersed with the darker ones, so it gives you that not stark look. So really naturally done. The root is throughout the wig, so when the wind goes, it all looks natural. Here's the color outside, so hopefully that will give you an idea of what this color looks like outside in the natural light. Indoors, I don't have any artificial lights on, only natural when they're coming through windows front and side. So let's talk about Rohan. As you can see, it is a mid-length wavy style. So it has layers here at the front, and that gives you a really trendy look, gives you a lovely movement, so it gives you quite a dynamic look as well. Really pretty. So Rohan comes with an extended lace front and a mono top wefted cap, and I will show you the cap construction in a minute, but first let's look at the lace front. Look how beautifully this is done. Lighter pieces interspersed. You don't really get the band effect, which I personally like that you don't get that. And then transition into the ear tabs. Really well done. Mono top. Look how beautifully this is done. I am so impressed with the new releases, not just by Amore, but by Renee of Paris from the high fashion collection as well. They have really stepped up their game. Easy to wear, natural looking, low density, so great for every day. So let's talk about the fit. Straight out of the box, it fits my 21.5-inch circumference large. Not overly, but large enough that I will have to tighten the adjusters. So I do think it will definitely fit a circumference larger than mine. There is gapping in the back for me here, but there's also room to tighten it. So there is room to tighten it for a smaller circumference than mine. But please always check that with Adorans Trenko to ensure that it would fit you and that it would fit you comfortably. Let's talk about the density. Now you have layers and you have waves. That gives you a little bit of a look of a higher density, but actually this is a lovely low density piece. There is no permatease that I can feel. There might just be a little bit of tease around the open wefts, which is not unusual, but there's nothing pillowy here at all. This is a really natural density. So let's talk about the fibers. These are heat-friendly fibers. This is a light color, and you can see, I hope, that there is no unnatural shine here, which we are kind of used to from heat-friendly fibers. So the only thing about these fibers, they feel incredibly fine, and you have a lot of flyaways. So throughout this review, I have to keep finding flyaway hairs and just get rid of them away from my mouth, etc. This is easily remedied with just spray it with some water or add a little bit of heat to where those flyaways come from to move them away from the face, and then that should sort it. If none of that helps, I just pluck them out. Styling options, as I said, heat-friendly fibers, so you can straighten this out. Trying to give you an idea of what it would look like, which is hard to do. But you can see when I straighten this out how low the density is. And here we are again with the fibers flyways. Oh. But what I like about this is that just a little bit of doing that gives you the contour that moves up. So I didn't even have to use any styling cream or heat or anything like that. That just happened by itself. So if you don't want to use any heat on it, you can have simple styling tricks like just tuck it behind your ear like this, or on both sides. Because you have that amazing lace front, you can pull back the fringe like so. It is long enough to get it off your neck, so you can have a little pony. Always useful to know that this is possible. Sometimes, especially when you're hot, you just want to get things off your neck, and you definitely can do that with this piece. Be aware that you have layers. As you can see here, shorter layers, they probably eventually will fall out, so you might need to use some clips, etc. I quite like the messy look, so for me it doesn't really matter. Half up, half down. Really cute look, especially with the shorter layer here at the front. A little bit of a bohemian look with the headband. So let's look at the cap construction. We have a mono top, extended lace front. We have open wefts, sides and back, extended velvet nape with Velcro adjusters, velvet covered ear tabs, and there's quite a lot of stretch in this cap. If you're wondering, I am wearing Mira, also by Amore, in ginger brown, and I do have a review for this one as well, which I will link up here for you, so you can have a look at that one if you're interested in Mira as well. And both Rohan and Mira are available from Adorance Trendco. I will put the link to both down below in the description box and pin both of them in the comments as well, so you can find it easily. Don't forget to use my code K20. So we've come to the end of my review. Thank you again for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, or follow me on Instagram at kweswigs. Thank you again to Adorance Trendco for sending me this piece on loan. Link is down below. Don't forget to use my code K20 for an amazing 20% off. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope I see you very soon. Bye.